Hey everyone, Kenta Nakamura here, and I am going to be watching 25 Visible Benefits of Gaming While Male. It's Anita Sarkeesian's video. If you know me, you know I do a lot of gaming, so I'm kind of concerned. I'm kind of curious. Well, not really concerned. I'm kind of curious about this. I have yet to see this video. I have watched her damsel in distress videos or tropes versus women in video games, that kind of stuff. I don't know which ones you want to call it or whichever you feel like calling it. But I have seen that. I'm not very. Obviously, this is going to have something to do with more around that, I'm sure. But I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, so I am going to try to keep an open mind about this. I really am. Because I don't know, there might be something in here that will be that I might agree with on this one, or I don't know yet. I have yet to watch it again, so let's just start watching this thing.
Many women have courageously spoken out about how they experience alienation and harassment in gaming. Despite this fact, too many male gamers dismiss the issue as no big deal and insist that there isn't really a problem. One of the luxuries of being a member of a privileged group is that the benefits afforded to us often remain invisible to us. Working towards solutions requires that male gamers become aware of the ways in which we unconsciously benefit from sexism. We can't work to fix something unless we first understand its effects.
I'm curious as to hear what benefits that males have in gaming that females don't, because everyone has the same opportunities as every female has the same opportunity in gaming as that of what males do. They can choose to play the game or they can choose not to play it. That's pretty much how it works in gaming. And you can choose to be whatever character you wish, unless, of course, that game is centered around a certain protagonist storyline in which character development is required. So, no, right off of the bat, I don't see any difference with that, but people are just going to probably just disagree and say that there is benefits that males get that females don't get in gaming, which I'm curious to see if even these 25 benefits are what those are. So let's just see if it is.
With that in mind, the following is a checklist of some of the concrete benefits that male gamers automatically receive simply for being men.
No, I'm not even saying anything. I'm going to get to the first one at least.
I can choose to remain completely oblivious or indifferent to the harassment that many women face in gaming spaces.
No. See, that's just it. Considering that Anita Sarkeesian is literally everywhere. Her channel has over 180k subscribers, and also she's been on several magazines that gaming people have. She's been on several magazines that a lot of gamers have played and have that I haven't played, have read, excuse me, not really played, 'cause you can't play a magazine, but whatever, have read, and articles and subjects and all sorts of matters that a lot of gamers have seen, or what a lot of gaming channels, or a lot of gaming developers or news stations of gaming have commented on. So no, we're not concealed by this. Everyone knows Anita. Everyone knows who she is and what she does. Everyone knows she is a feminist, and everyone knows that she is targeting gaming as what's going on as her reason for a lot of shit. So she's the same person as Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson has received the same treatments and has received the same articles, all that good shit. So I'm hoping that, well, I'm not really hoping, but well, yeah, I can't deny that. I'm hoping that everyone starts noticing that she's receiving the same treatment and the same commenting, everything like that, as what Jack Thompson has, and throughout the years of him saying that video games are the reason why there's so much crime in the world. So, again, no gamer is oblivious to this at all.
I am never told that video games or the surrounding culture is not intended for me because I am male.
Gaming industry is actually 50-50 between males and females. It is statistically proven and shown that a majority of it is half and half, but a majority of that age, and the majority of gamers being around the ages of 30. So, but gaming is more. A lot of games are targeted more towards the males, and that's games like Battlefield. That's more games of us that we enjoy. Yeah, killing, explosions, guns, that kind of shit is what a lot of males enjoy. It's the blood rush or whatever, so shit like that. But that does not necessarily mean that females cannot play that game or cannot enjoy that game. The good example is Metroid. Metroid back in the 80s and 90s was a very fun game, but no one knew who the protagonist was. They know what every male gamer who's ever played that game can tell you that Samus is actually, wait for it, a female. So just because a game is intended for males does not necessarily mean females cannot get into the game as well. Samus is an easy example of females who are extremely powerful, she's downright awesome. I mean, I've played the Metroid series before, and I've enjoyed some games. Again, there are some that were just whoa out there. But let's go on again. Question 3, I think, is what we're on now. Or, well, I mean, fact 3, I guess.
I can publicly post my username, gamertag, or contact information online without having to fear being stalked or sexually harassed because of my gender.
Bullshit. No gamer ever, no experienced gamer has ever posted public information, and here's why. The easiest way is that they can easily be stalked regardless whether they are male or females. Every experienced gamer will tell you, never release personal information with people you do not trust or know outside of gaming. Because that's just stupid. You're asking for it. Of course, there are people who I have been around long enough that I personally can trust them, so I share my real life or my real life name with them. But they do not have such, for example, my address, my phone number even, so half of them don't even have that. But again, this is just all based upon, you have to give them that. They can't just, get, oh, hey, this person here, okay, let's see where they're pinging at. Okay, yep, there we go. That kind of shit. No, that's not how it works. You have to physically give them that, and by doing that, you are somewhat trusting them with your own information, and you are accepting the risk of them stalking you or them, not really stalking you, but I guess yes, you are accepting all risks of them using that information. Whether that be to stalk you, or to contact you, whatever. You are accepting all risks when you give them your actual name, or your Facebook page, or your Skype, all that shit. You are accepting all risks. Because inside of the game, that doesn't matter. If once you give them that information, you are accepting all risks.
I will never be asked to prove my gaming cred simply because of my gender.
I have met some pretty terrible male gamers in my life, one of them being Darkside Phil. So, just because you are a female does not mean that you can't play a game or even beat me at my own game, so to speak. Because, yes, there are, one of them, I have a friend who goes by the name of Selena. She has stomped my ass more and more times in League of Legends than I can count, honestly. She beats my ass at that game all the time. Why? Because of practice. She's played the game so much longer than I have that she knows every trick of the book. She knows every ability, and she knows how to use her abilities against me. So that does not necessarily mean that just because that I am a male that I'm going to automatically smoke every female in the world. That's ridiculous, and that's just stereotypism. Just because I am a male does not mean that I am automatically the best gamer or the best player for that game. No, not at all. There are female gamers out there too. Again, 50% of them, almost 50%, being that a female, there are going to be some damn good female gamers as well.
If I enthusiastically express my fondness for video games, no one will automatically assume I'm faking my interest just to get attention from other gamers.
Males and females both want to get attention regardless. It is human nature to want attention. So a lot of it is easy as gaming. So all you have to do is just pretty much play the game, and there you go. You can get the attention of everyone. But males do this as well. It is not just females who do it just to get attention. But I don't even fucking know how to properly even respond to that without flipping the fuck out. Because a lot of people do it for attention. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If you post that, oh, I'm such a gamer, well, are you not asking for attention? whether you're male or female. Because there are a lot of males out there who say they play games, but the moment you ask them who's the main protagonist in such games such as like Bayonetta or even Super Mario Brothers, they can't answer that for you. So it's not just females who act like they just want that for attention, or males for that matter.
I can look at practically any gaming website, show, or magazine and see the voices of people of my own gender widely represented.
What? Gaming is never supposed to be taken seriously in any situation, regardless. Games such as Assassin's Creed is an easy example. Even though, historically speaking, yes, they have accurately died in locations, that does not mean that Assassin's Creed is real. Nothing in gaming should ever be taken realistically. Ever. Nothing at all. Ever. Plain and simple. But that does not mean that they're voicing the opinions of all males when fucking Ezio assassinates some Templar bastard. No, not at all. Gaming characters do not have voices. They are just characters, or they are just models in that of a story, of a fictional story or a fictional universe that does not exist.
When I go to a gaming event or convention, I can be relatively certain that I won't be harassed, groped, propositioned, or catcalled by total strangers.
I'm kind of curious on this one, because if you've ever been to Comic-Con, you know how crowded that place can get. And what your definition of harassment would be someone just having a conversation. If you're wearing a cosplay outfit, they're going to comment on that. You know, you're going to try and spark a conversation with someone who you might be who shares the same interests as you, whether that be gaming or anything for that matter, whether that be gaming, books, television, sports, all that shit. If you're trying to have a conversation with someone, you're going to try and talk to them. Groping, well, I will admit that I could see that happening. I could see a female getting groped by a male or even by another female unintentionally, and that being unwelcoming. But there's also security in all these conventions. There are security, and you can talk to them, and they can have that person arrested, and they can actually pay fines, people. You know, it's not like it's impossible for them not to get into trouble. They can actually get into serious trouble. They can have their whole vacation time completely enjoyed in that of a 5x9 cell just because they couldn't keep their hands off someone, or they couldn't keep their thoughts to themselves, so to speak, that kind of shit. So it's not like it's not possible that a female can't be groped at gaming. It's just very unlikely that if that did happen, that action's not going to be taken against that person, because again, I'm not going to say that it's not possible, but just because of reasons stated.
I will never be asked or expected to speak for all other gamers who share my gender.
I can be
So what female has ever been told to do that? Some voices are louder than others, but that's just because of them having better guts, so to speak. But just because a female has a voice doesn't mean that that's the voice of all females. Or just because a male has a voice does not mean that's the voice of all males. That's just not how it works. Everyone has a voice, everyone has an opinion, and everyone is obligated to that voice or opinion. That does not mean that that we should have one male and one female fight it out.
Sure that my gaming performance, good or bad, won't be attributed to or reflect on my gender as a whole.
Again, for the example given before with League of Legends, gender has nothing to do with gaming. You can be a female and be extremely good at gaming and stomp the living fuck out of every male you know. But the reason is practice. It's not because of gender or genetics or any of that shit. It is just because you have played the game more, or you know more about the game, or you're just better at it. I mean, it's practice, really. I mean, if you keep doing something if you keep doing something and you keep doing it constantly, you're gonna get better at it.
My gaming ability will never be called into question based on unrelated, natural, biological functions.
I can be
Again, same case. No gaming ever is subjugated to that your abilities is that of your gender or that of your fucking male person's abilities. No, it is that abilities of your own. I get beat too all the time. I'm not number one in everything that I do. I have been beaten by females before. So again, gender has nothing to do with ability or practice at all. Because again, a female, if she practices enough at a game, she can stomp the living fuck out of every male. So if you just pick up a controller, and it's not like it's not something that's going to happen in an hour or a day. It's something that happens gradually over time. If you keep practicing. I've known people who have put 2,000 hours into games and they still have people who are better than them. That's what it just happens. I mean, it's not because that I'm a male, I'm automatically gonna pick up a controller and I'm gonna automatically beat a woman who's been playing this game for 100 hours. No, that's not how gaming works.
Relatively sure my thoughts about video games won't be dismissed or attacked based solely on my tone of voice, even if I speak in an aggressive, obnoxious, crude, or flippant manner.
Well, no. If just because you're talking in a very loud or stern voice does not automatically mean that everything that spews out of your mouth is that of facts or truth. If you talk it out like this, it doesn't matter. If you talk it out like this, it doesn't matter. Sorry, headphone users, but it's an example. Just because I talk really fucking loud does not mean that my shit that's spewed out of my mouth is true or that the opinions of others. Common sense, people. Just because you speak loud does not mean that the shit you spew is true.
I can openly say that my favorite games are casual, odd, non-violent, artistic, or cute, without fear that my opinions will reinforce a stereotype that men are not real gamers.
Okay, that's an easy one. Gran Turismo. That one's genderless. The driver is literally genderless. There's always a helmet on them. It's artistic. All the tracks are designed beautifully. All the cars are just incredible. Games like Gran Turismo and Forza are all kinds of, or even racing games in general, a lot of them do not have this portray that men are automatically the driver. No, not at all. Females have also driven. And look at, God, fuck, what's her name? I cannot for the life of me remember the IndyCar driver who's now also a NASCAR driver as well. She was sponsored in with GoDaddy. I can't not for the life of me remember her name. But that just goes to show how I keep up on IndyCar racing and NASCAR. They're not really two of my favorites, but hey.
When purchasing most major video games in a store, chances are I will not be asked if, or assumed to be, buying it for a wife, daughter, or girlfriend.
No. See, that's actually a marketing trick, because they're trying to conversate with you. If they get you to talk, they can get you to buy more shit, or get you to connect more, so then you buy better shit. Like, if you're walking in to, let's say, GameStop, and the funny thing is, this is actually quite funny, hilarious. There are actual female attendants at my local GameStop, and they try to play that card. Oh, are you buying this for your wife, or your girlfriend, or your sister, or your daughter? That actually does happen. And, well, it's a marketing trick, because if you say, well, no, I'm buying it for myself, or yeah, I'm buying it for them, they can easily say, well, you might enjoy, or they might enjoy this game. Here, we can add it on to this order right now for you. It is a marketing trick. It does not have anything to do with the fact that the game that you're purchasing is for that of your boyfriend, or your husband, or your son. You really shouldn't be buying shit for your son if he's underage, but that's ESRB rating's just a number, you know, again. But if you think they're mature enough, whatever. I mean, that's the same case. But whatever, I'm getting off track.
The vast majority of game studios, past and present, have been led and populated primarily by people of my own gender, and as such, most of their products have been specifically designed to cater to my demographic.
What about Remember Me? What about Mirror's Edge? What about Tomb Raider? All those have female protagonists in them and have had female artists and designers of those games. Again, gaming is for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, or in your 20s or your 30s or you're 5. Gaming can be for everyone. It's what you're trying to design is what your target demographic is going to be. If you're going to target males, chances are you're going to try and design a game that is appealing to males. Or if your main target focus is that of women, you're going to try and design a game that is attracted to women. It's just not rocket science, it's common sense. But again, females have designed games before, even back in the 90s. Yes, they have. It's hard to believe, I know, but they have.
I can walk into any gaming store and see images of my gender widely represented as powerful heroes, dastardly villains, and non-playable characters alike.
How is that a benefit of being a male? Honestly, if there was, something to do, like, let's say you have a shirtless guy fucking hanging up, like, the easiest one, you have a shirtless guy hanging out and it's supposed to be a game that's targeted for females. Am I just supposed to automatically cringe at that? Or am I supposed to be offended by that? It's just a game. It's just a character in a game. Or it's just a 3D model. I shouldn't be offended by something that's so silly or so stupid. That kind of shit. But again, this is just... It's just gaming. It's just a game. Don't take it seriously. Don't try to portray it into real life because they are fictional characters in a fictional universe. But what about games that are designed for both sexes? Like where you start off, you can create your own character, and there you go. You can be a female high elf in Skyrim. It's an example. And every dialogue is more focused towards that of you being the Dragonborn. Not because you're a male beating the shit out of fucking elves or bandits. No, it's because you're of dragon descent. Or whatever.
I will almost always have the option to play a character of my gender, as most protagonists or heroes will be male by default.
Again, as I've stated before, you have games that you can create your own character. So again, not every game has a male protagonist, and excuse me. There are games even in the past that have female protagonists as the main character. Look at Final Fantasy 13, the main protagonist. Gee, I wonder who that is. Oh, wait, that's Lightning. Oh. She's not some gal and working in the kitchen or whatever. No, she's a fucking soldier. She's a fucking badass one, if I might say that. Her fucking sword turns into a goddamn gun and everything. It's a gun blade, I do believe. And look at her. Everyone loves her. I honestly think that the Lightning I don't really like Final Fantasy 13 just because of its story, but I really think that the way that they designed Lightning as a character was just downright badass. She beats the living shit out of Snow because he contradicts himself like crazy, and honestly, Lightning cares more about her sister than she does of anything else. You know, Sarah is her sister. Again, spoiler alert. But I don't think really that's a spoiler because they kind of spoil that out. But whatever. Again, just because the main character is that of a male does not automatically mean that character can't be changed or whatever. I don't fucking know. I lost track again.
I do not have to carefully navigate my engagement with online communities or gaming spaces in order to avoid or mitigate the possibility of being harassed because of my gender.
No. Everyone has that choice. Everyone can decide who they are in contact with and who they're not, who they play the games with or not. If you do not like someone in your lobby, there are methods in place that you can mute, block, ban, or even have them kicked from the session. Or again, it's just common sense. If you don't like the person talking, there's a mute option for literally almost every game. Actually, for every game. I can't just say literally for almost, because every game today has a mute or block function in place where you'll never even see that person again. Or you can block their account name. There you go. You will never see that person again. You will never hear that person again. You will never hear them make sexist comments again. Ever.
I probably never think about hiding my real-life gender online through my gamer name, my avatar choice, or by muting voice chat out of fear of harassment resulting from my being male.
Well, see, that's just it. By having your gamer tag name being that of Kelly, they can more likely be that people are going to assume that you are a female. But if you have your name tag as, if you have your name tag as Kelly, then you will never see that person again. You will never hear that person again. Ever. I probably never think about hiding my real-life gender online through my gamer name, my avatar choice, or by muting voice chat out of fear of harassment resulting from my being male. Well, see, that's just it. By having your gamer tag name being that of Kelly, they can more likely be that people are going to assume that you are a female. But if you have your name tag as Epic1337, or in my case, my tag, SSDKel, you're not exposing yourself as much. Don't expose yourself. If you don't want people knowing that you're a male or a female, don't expose yourself. Don't show like a picture of yourself in your fucking profile, or don't have your actual name as your gamer tag name. Don't do it. If you don't want people knowing who you are, be smart about it. Choose a name or choose a name or create a name that alienates who you actually are in real life. Again, when you put your real life information, you are accepting the risks of people stalking or trying to talk to you or whatever. That kind of shit.
When I enter an online game, I can be relatively sure I won't be attacked or harassed if and when my real life gender is made public.
What? So, just because, like, that's kind of more on the lines of being an attention whore, honestly, and that can be implied for both males or females. If I go online now on, say, for example, Battlefield 4, and I say, hey guys, I'm a male, I'm gonna play this game like every male does. Do you really think everyone's going to give a shit? No. If you're a female playing games, go right ahead, play. But if you're going to sit here and be obnoxious about it, then you're just asking to get yourself fucking trolled.
If I am trash talked or verbally berated while playing online, it will not be because I am male, nor will my gender be invoked as an insult.
While playing online...
What? So, being a dickhead, dick, fucking... pansy and asshole, those are that's not unisex, that's normally targeted towards males. Another one is, oh, you're a fat lazy fuck doing YouTube videos. Sorry. But hey, there you go. Those are some examples of just male ones. But just because a male can be called also a pussy, a cunt, a bitch, all that shit, it does not necessarily just have to be a male or female gender. And that's what we like to call trash talking. That's the whole point of trash talking. It's just to fucking piss them off. It's not to fucking... Sorry, my ear's fucking up, by the way. But it's not targeted just towards females when they say, oh, you're a pussy, or you're a pansy, or you're a fucking bitch. That kind of shit. Or you're titless. It can also be gestures that are used against males as well.
With people I don't know, I won't be interrogated about the size and shape of my real-life body parts, nor will I be pressured to share intimate details about my sex life for the pleasure of other players.
Oh, yes, totally, because every gamer wants to know the sex life of someone else. Yes, that's totally plausible. But haven't you ever heard of people doing that kind of shit to throw you off your game? And also, it has actually happened where a lot of males have been fucking, oh, I'll bet you your dick's smaller than a pin or a thumbnail. Or even in movies, for example, like, God, what movie was Employee of the Month, where this guy holds up a pen and he goes, do you know what this is? 100 times zoom in of your penis? Is that not, people have used that before in gaming. It's not just females who get comments about their gender or their sexual plies or even their sex life. Males get it too.
Complete strangers generally do not send me unsolicited images of their genitalia or demand to see me naked on the basis of being a male gamer.
If you're posting pictures online of your dick or your pussy or your tits or whatever, you can and you're posting them in the game's chat channel, you can expect to be banned from that server or that community lobby altogether. Because it's in almost every game's term of service, terms of service or terms of usage. You cannot, under any circumstances, post any type of nude or offensive material at all. Otherwise, you can have that content removed. You can be banned. You will be forced to make a new account, or your account or your console or your system might be completely locked out from ever being allowed to play the game ever again. It's in every game's TOSs.
In multiplayer games, I can be pretty sure that conversations between other players will not focus on speculation about my attractiveness or sexual availability in real life.
If you're being an obnoxious prick, people are going to talk about you in order to throw you off your game or to get you to leave. It is not necessarily that of what they're actually curious about. They are doing it to throw you off your game or to fuck you up. That's the whole point of trash talking. Just sitting there saying, hey, do you think she sucks or she blows? Maybe they don't like you. Maybe you said something that offended them. Maybe they're just assholes in general. That does not necessarily mean that every male gamer is of that particular way at all. It doesn't necessarily mean that every female gamer. Hey, how many girlfriends do you think he has, or how often do you think he gets head from his girl? That kind of shit. You don't think that kind of conversation can happen with female gamers talking shit about a male gamer? You're out of your damn mind if you don't think it happens.
If I choose to point out sexism in gaming, my observations will not be seen as self-serving, and will therefore be perceived as more credible and worthy of respect than those of my female counterparts, even if they are saying the exact same thing.
Okay, let's just, what? What? Anita has 180,000 subscribers on her channel alone. She has way more subscribers of people, of debate topics of when it comes to gaming than I've ever seen before. That's not joking. I've never seen anybody have more shit against video games than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. Except for Jack Thompson, but he doesn't really have a YouTube channel, so it's kind of hard to compare him to her. But again, even if they're saying the same things, does not change what the opinions or the facts are, and they will be debunked or they will be trashed or destroyed the same way if this was done by a male or a female. It does not matter what your sex is. If you're spewing straw man bullshit, you're gonna expect some backlash, or you're gonna expect some people to have a lot of fucking nasty opinions about you.
As it was created by a straight white man, this checklist will likely be taken more seriously than if it had been written by virtually any female gamer.
What? No. It's because it's on Feminist Frequency's channel is because it's why it's so popular. Again, she has 180,000 subscribers. So with those 180,000 people watching this video, it gets more fucking money. And even with me just watching this video, I've made Anita money. Well, there you go, Anita. You just got $1 from me. Because I made a video, because I watched your video and I had to comment on it because you've disabled comments. But again, that is not. You have to look at it from a standpoint that you have 180,000 subscribers. If a male has only not even half that, it's not going to reach as many people. It wouldn't make a difference, honestly. This video is probably closer. It's got to be well over 1 million views by now, or at least close to that. Because I've sure as hell seen a few videos of people commenting on this, even though I've never seen it myself. But they've commented on it, but whatever. Just because you are a white, straight male does not mean that people are going to have... That does not change the facts or does not change the evidence if you were a female lesbian. So, I don't get it. What the fuck's the problem? Just because you're a white straight male, you think that your list checklist is automatically gonna get more views or more subscribers or more people commenting on it than that if it was a female? Is that not sexist? Is that not something that she's trying to eliminate? And yet the 25th fact is that just because this thing is made by a white straight male, again, white straight male, that it's automatically gonna get more views and more subscribers than anyone else. That's bullshit. The 25th fact is bullshit. The 25th benefit or whatever is bullshit. It has nothing to do with gaming whatsoever. So you just lied. You guys said you had 25 invisible benefits. No male sits here and writes a fucking script about gaming like this. No, it's 24, not 25. But hey, whatever.
These benefits should not be reserved for men.
This list is not meant to suggest that male gamers are always treated well.
Sometimes...
Oh, what? But the list is 25 invisible benefits of gaming while male. It's not even in the description that every male gets treated. That doesn't necessarily mean every male gets treated like this. This is like saying... this is like saying every My Little Pony fan is a fucking fat, lazy, fat bastard. And then sitting there at the very end of your video saying, "Oh, well, we don't portray that in every one." What the fuck? That just automatically gives you the right to say that? It's like saying, with all due respect, I think you're a fucking asshole. That does not necessarily change the fact that you've called someone an asshole or said that all gamers are like this. And this is just sheer fucking bullshit.
We are bullied.
Or subjected to online nastiness, but it's not based on or because of our gender.
Not based on, or because of our gender, then why is it 25 invisible benefits of gaming while male? Why isn't it called something 25 invisible benefits of gaming or 25 benefits of gaming or some shit like that? No, it's deliberately targeted at males. These are 25 benefits that males have, supposedly. And all 25 of them are bullshit. No male on the face of the earth gets any of these benefits at all. Every male gets treated the same way if this was done, if these were 25 visible benefits of gaming, while females, if some male did that, I could see this thing exploding the same way. I could see it fucking going nuts. I could see feminists doing the same thing I'm doing. If a fucking female gamer designed 25 invisible benefits of gaming while a female. But somehow this has shit to do with real life sexism. Even though gaming has been around less than sexism has. But hey, whatever.
To make change.
First, we need to acknowledge the problem.
And then...
Well, what is the fucking problem? What is the problem? Are you trying to say that because of gaming, sexism still exists? Because I can guarantee you that it doesn't. Fucking no game has ever said that this is what we're doing this because we're just gonna keep sexism going. We're just gonna keep it going. We're just gonna say fuck you females and keep you down. No, that's not the case. Gaming industry is influenced by the people. So with this shit going on in real life, is that how it is? And plus, the easiest example is that it's easy to make a game of someone getting kidnapped and the main protagonist having to change out of his normal daily routines to go and save them. It doesn't have to be a female. It's just easier to do if it's a female. It's easier for a male character. Because if the game you're trying to target at is for males, then you're going to try and have a male protagonist trying to save a female. But that does not mean that a gay man cannot go out and rescue his boyfriend. Does that make men weak? No, of course not.
We must take responsibility for it as a community.
So we can actively work together
with people of all genders to dismantle the parts of gaming culture
that perpetuate these imbalances.
All people of all genders
must be treated with respect and dignity.
Together, we can make gaming better.
Together, we will make gaming better.
Yeah, you can make it better by not making videos like this, because flat out, you're just strawmanning everything. You're getting credit for shit that doesn't exist in gaming. You've been debunked hundreds of fucking times, and no one has ever taken it. No one has ever seen those videos before. They automatically see your shit and just nod their heads and just agree with you. No, that's not the case at all. And you don't even allow debates. And the only reason why your videos have yet to be like in the dark is because you've disabled likes and comments. So your videos are at the null position. Always. It's a marketing trick. It's how fucking YouTube works. And honestly, ever since they've done that, it's caused many videos and channels to get popular because they've disabled likes, they've disabled comments, and they've disabled any type of debate. That's always been a one-way track. So the only way people are going to actually debate or try to beat you at your own game is if they post videos about this. They can't physically go to you and mail you letters and shit like that and try to prove you wrong, because all you're going to do is just shut it off. You're not going to publicly go out and say, this person, this is their opinions, I'm going to try and fight them back. No. You're not going to do that because you're Anita. You'd never have ever tried to debate against anyone. No one in the gaming industry have you ever tried to debate against. Instead, you just take interviews and try and talk with people who agree with you or try to agree with you or try to understand you better. Try to see where it is. I've even read your article. I read the article in Game Informer where you've literally admitted that you've actually thought about shutting everything down because of the fact that you were just getting so much backlash. You wanted people to feel sorry for you. So that's what you did. You fucking figured out a way so that people would feel bad and actually give you credit for shit. That's pretty much what you fucking did. And it's outrageous to think that feminism exists in the first place. Because quite frankly, when you got Muslim women who have to cover themselves every single fucking day because they have no rights whatsoever. Are you trying to say shit like that happens in the United States? Because I can guarantee you it doesn't. And if it does, it's because of their cultural references or religious beliefs. It has nothing to do with gaming at all. Gaming has nothing to do with sexism in real life. Sexism has been around longer than gaming ever has and probably ever will exist. So, again, you're just like Jack Thompson, blaming gaming for everything. But instead of it being crimes, you're blaming gaming for sexism. And you're just gonna get the same shit over and over again. But just like Jack, you're still fucking doing it, and you're still getting debunked by everyone. So, how can you say that you're not getting the same treatment as everyone else? And another thing, Anita, I want to point this out too. You recently had, back in October, on your Twitter account, that you said that you get more hate from atheist men than you do Christian men. Well, let me tell you what you're doing. You're putting fuel over the fire. You're literally saying to them that, well, I think I get more bullshit from male atheists than I do that of Christian males. You're just basically doing the same you're just, how do I want to put this in the easiest terms possible? What you're doing is basically targeting male atheists. You're saying, okay, you're an atheist and you're a male. I get more, therefore I'm going to expect more hate from you because you're a male and because you're an atheist. No. Christians hate your shit too. And honestly, I don't even know why anyone even, you know what, I'm done. I'm through with this. I'm done. I'm done with this. I've already hitting my limit on time, so I'm done with this. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is Kenta Nakamura. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. I hope that I never have to do this again, because I just don't like doing this kind of shit. V-blogging is not my thing.